Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, Akure Zone, has once again expressed deep frustration over what it described as the federal government's failure to address long-standing issues affecting public universities and their workers. Speaking at a press conference held at Federal University, Oye-Ekiti on Monday, 25th August 2025, the union recalled that it had earlier raised concerns 3 months ago under the theme "The most powerful weapon against poverty, extremism, and ignorance is not the bullet, but education." According to the union, most of the issues remain unresolved.
On that occasion, we sounded a clear warning against complacency and drew national attention to the following unresolved matters. These are matters that are still lingering, matters that remains unresolved with the federal government of Nigeria, and they are: 1, renegotiation of the 2009 ASUU-FGN agreement; 2, sustainable funding of Nigerian universities; 3, revitalization of the university system; 4, victimization of our colleagues in LASU, KSU, and FUTO; 5, outstanding 35% salary arrears; 6, stagnated promotion for over 4 years. This is happening across all our universities. And 7, unremitted third-party deductions.
ASUU Akure Zone comprises Federal University of Technology, Akure, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, Federal University, Oye-Ekiti, Bamidele Olumilowa University of Education, Science and Technology, Ikere-Ekiti, and the University of Medical Science, Ondo State. A renegotiation of 2009 agreement was submitted since February 2025 without any action from the federal government.
The report of the Alhaji Yayale Ahmed-led renegotiation, painstakingly concluded and submitted since February 2025, has been left to gather dust in the corridors of power. For more than 5 months, government has treated the document with reckless indifference, a clear betrayal of trust, and an insult to the principle of collective bargaining. To ignore it is to undermine the very foundation of higher education in this country. While we take note of the government's planned meeting of 28 August 2025, let it be clear, the clock is ticking and time is no longer on government side. Our patience has been stretched to its breaking point. Trust has been shattered, and only decisive government action can mend it. The NEC, that is the National Executive Council of our union, has resolved that all options remain on the table. If government chooses provocation over irresponsibility, if it continues to play games with the future of our universities, then it alone must bear the consequences of the storm that will follow. The ball is squarely in the government's court. Restore trust now, or brace for the inevitable.
The union has also rejected the proposed tertiary institution student support fund loan scheme, calling it a sinister snare designed to enslave students and staff in debt.
It is designed to suffocate our members, undermine our cooperative societies, and push them into perpetual bondage, struggling to pay for health care, shelter, and the education of their children. To force academics into a cycle of debt for their survival is not only heartless, it is wicked, it is reckless, and it is utterly contemptuous of the sacrifices we make for this nation. Instead of dangling loans like poisonous bait, government must face its moral and contractual obligations. pay the outstanding 3.5 months of withheld salaries, honor the agreement you signed, respect the dignity of those who build and sustain the knowledge economy. We therefore call on our members, shun this deceitful loan scheme. Do not fall into the trap. Stand firm and demand what is rightfully yours. We will not be silenced. We will not be enslaved by debt, and we will not relent until justice is done.
ASUU condemned the licensing of new universities, particularly private ones, lacking infrastructures and staff describing their approval as sabotage that lowers educational quality. It demands a moratorium on new institutions until proper funding and planning mechanisms are in place.
Quantity without quality is not progress. It is disaster, a disaster in disguise. We therefore demand a total moratorium, not just on public universities, but also on private universities, until there is a coherent national plan backed by sustainable funding, adequate staffing, and robust infrastructure. Anything less is sabotage, and we will continue to expose and resist this senseless proliferation that cheapens university education in Nigeria.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has given the federal government up to August 28, 2025 to its National Executive Council meeting held at Usmanu Danfodiyo University, Sokoto on the 16th and 17th August 2025. The union warns that failure to act will determine its next line of action.
The outcome of that engagement will determine the union's next line of action, as well as our strategy in restoring calm among our members who have endured over 2 years of unfulfilled promises.
ASUU called on Nigerians, including NIREC, NANS, traditional rulers, and the National Assembly to prevail on the federal government to avert another crisis in the education sector. Olamileko Anthony, reporting for Puff TV.
People of the Fountain.